welcome. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we are in the middle of the Senior Day festivities here at A-Town High School and coming on extra early in order to get some of these Senior Day festivities. I'll go through some of the players that have been listed here, but we're on Kellen Hook. I'll do the ones that I missed. We had the cheerleaders and the one basketball player that I missed here. Of course, we'll have plenty of time to talk about them during the Senior Day broadcast here. Good to have everybody along here, though, but Kellen Hook was just announced. Drew Fouch was announced earlier. Weston Marler being announced here as we speak, as his activities during the high school were basketball and football. This man, a special human being, as he plans on joining the United States Marine Corps. And, little fun fact, it's also his 18th birthday today, so happy birthday to Weston Marler. Evan McDorman is the next senior being announced, as he in the basketball lineup here, as he did 3 years of football, 4 years of baseball, 3 years of basketball. This man looks to enter the workforce for his future plans, so best of luck to him. A couple more seniors to be announced here this evening in our senior night festivities here. Kyle McVeigh making his way out, as he is accompanied by Sandra McVeigh. 2 years of golf, 2 years of football, and all 4 years in basketball. And his plans after high school, looking to get a job as an electrician. Oh, boy. I don't know if I could do electrician work. I don't know. I'd be afraid I'd zap myself. I know I would. Carter Redford making his way out on senior night. Carter, 2 years of football, 4 years of basketball, 4 years of baseball, and he plans on attending college. Now, I really got to get my reading glasses on here for our last one here. Asa Stiegel is our last senior making his way out there. Asa, football and basketball for 4 years, 2 years of track and baseball. He also is a National Honor Society member. And his plans after high school, he plans on playing football in college. So best of luck there to Asa Stiegel. Some of the names that we missed here earlier in the Senior Day festivities, I will do those for you here. But that is your senior class here, the senior night festivities here at A-Town High School. Congratulations to all those seniors. Some of the seniors I did miss, I will go over them here as we've got time in between the games. One of the basketball players that I missed that we will likely see out here in just a little while, Drew Fouch. 4 years of football, basketball, and baseball. 2 years of National Honor Society, also Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and his future plans include going to college. So best of luck to him. Also, Kellen Hook, I didn't get the chance to go over his stuff. 4 years of basketball, 4 years of football, 4 years of baseball, member of the National Honor Society. He plans on going to college and playing baseball. Baseball is what he's going to be focusing on there, Kellen Hook. And then we got in just in time to see Weston Marler. So Weston Marler, and then we did everybody else. But let me go over the ones that we missed here, and that is namely the cheerleaders. 3 cheerleaders that are seniors here at A-Town High School. The first was Alex Heffler. She was a sideline and competitive cheer for 1 year, National Honor Society for 2, Key Club for 3, Student Council for 4 years, School Musical for 4 years, Band for 3 years, and Choir for 4 years. Did this girl ever sleep during high school? Guessing not. She plans on attending Culver Stockton and earning a bachelor's degree in psychology. So, yeah, she's not going to be doing much sleeping. She's going to be doing a lot of studying. J.C. Squire, one of the senior cheerleaders. J.C., a basketball and football cheerleader for 4 years, competitive cheer for 1, basketball for 1 year. National Honor Society, she was a member there. She plans on going to Carl Sandburg College and major in nursing. Another kid who's not going to get any sleep in the future days. Of course, who am I kidding? I'm an adult and I don't sleep, so what's the point? Reese Stenger was our final cheerleader senior for the A-Town Tornadoes. Reese, 3 years of cheer, 1 year of competitive cheer, National Honor Society for 2 years, choir for 3 years, the theater department she did all 4 years, and after high school, she plans on attending Illinois Central College, ICC, and complete the respiratory therapy program. So that is your seniors. We wanted to highlight them here before we got this one started here. A lot to talk about here tonight as the A-Town Tornado boys get set to take on West Central here this evening. Good to have everybody along. My name's Wyatt Reed, as we will have the tip-off here in just a little while. 12 minutes remaining on the pregame clock, so we're going to have a couple of breaks between now and then. But it's been a while since we've done a high school boys basketball game, a varsity game, or really even a JV game. The JV game, the A-Town Tornadoes, they were really happy to be home. Let me tell you, they were dominant in that ball game as they rattle off a massive win. A-Town wins 47-13 here tonight against West Central. And they will look to make it 2 for 2 here tonight as the varsity team will take on West Central. Again, that will be in just about 12 minutes. Hang on just a moment as I plug in my laptop. Don't want that to die. I just looked down and saw I had like 5 minutes remaining on my battery. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want it to die. But if you're just joining us from the JV game, we kind of had a quick exit of the JV game, went straight over to the varsity stream so we could get as much of the senior night festivities. A big crowd, as you can see, on hand to celebrate Senior Day. So we're excited to see what this crowd can bring here tonight. But it was a 47-13 win for the JV side here at A-Town. They were led in scoring by Aiden Stromson as he finished with 11 points. 8 points for Alex Fouch, 5 points each for Caden Rogers, Colby Hightower, and Tegan Hunter. It was 4 points for Lucas Andrews, 2 points for Devrin Haas-Dirth. And I think that was everybody. Garen Mason. Oh, Garen Mason had 7. My apologies. I missed that. Garen Mason with 7 points there for A-Town. So that is the rundown of scoring for the A-Town Tornado JV squad. Now, our focus will turn to the varsity squad, which the last time I was here a while ago, it was a long time ago, back on January 16th, and it was a win for the A-Town boys. Is that right? Oh, that must be right. What score do I have in here? Hold on just a moment. For some reason, I've got one score, and then I have another score. So what was the other game that I did, if I even did it? Oh, it could have been a tournament game. As I scroll through here, yeah, they beat Galva 63-37. So what score am I looking at here? I'm guessing I must have put the JV squad on something here. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was completely lost there for a minute. Oh, it could have been the Anawan. Was it the Anawan game? No, it wasn't. All right, well, I'm done talking to myself. So I don't know what that was. The A-Town boys, last time I saw them back on January 16th, it was a 63-37 win against Galva. It was Kellen Hook leading the way with a massive day. He finished with 22 points. Then he had 14 points for Asa Stiegel. It was 10 points for Carter Redfern, 8 points for Jacob Hall, 4 points for Drew Fouch, one of the seniors we talked about here this evening, 3 points for Dre Anderson, and 2 points for Weston Marler. So there you go. That was the last game that I did all the way back on January 16th. Where was I for the Anawan game? Was that weather that got in the way of that one? Must have been. Or maybe that was the game that I didn't put on here. January 30th. That would have been a Tuesday. I don't know where I would have been, why I would have missed that home game. Anyway, with that all being said, the A-Town Tornadoes, it's good to be back broadcasting a basketball game nonetheless. Oh, you know what the game I think it was? It was Mercer County. I was here for Mercer County. It was a 58-33 loss. So I didn't put all the numbers in my computer program that I have here. So I might do that during a commercial break here. But A-Town enters this game 13-13 on the season. West Central, they're having a tough go here this season. They enter this one 1-25. Their only win on the season, to my knowledge. And let me make sure that that is correct before I go on the air saying that. That would be against Bushnell-Prairie City. Yes, it wasn't against Bushnell-Prairie City. I thought it was. West Central even lost. Oh, no, it was not against Bushnell-Prairie City. They lost to Bushnell-Prairie City, 54-35. Their only win of the season here for West Central was against Hartsburg-Emden, which kind of surprising when they've got 5 wins on the season. You look at West Central, they've got 1 win on the season. But they've been a competitive ball club, a competitive game against United before United ended up pulling away late. They lost a close one back on January 29th against Ridgewood, 70-60. And there have been some close games throughout the season, but it's just all in all been a tough year for West Central, as I believe they've got a lot of youth on their team. So a lot of their guys are going to be coming back, so they're getting some very valuable playing time here for the varsity squad. But tough season here so far. Still got about a week and a half left of the season, so we'll see if the West Central Heat can finish off strong, or if A-Town will get above 500, which would be the first time they've been over 500 in quite some time. I'd have to go back and really do the math on that one, but it's been a struggle of the season, or at least not really. I shouldn't even say a struggle. It's been a tough season at times for A-Town. You saw a 4-game losing streak back around late after Thanksgiving and then into early December before they rattled off 3 in a row and 5 out of 6. But then coming back from the Christmas break, they had a tough go. They lost a couple of games at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament, lost 3 of 4 going into the new year, and then have kind of just gone back and forth. Win, loss, win, loss. But now they've won 3 of their last 4. They're at 13-13 on the season, and they've got some big games ahead of them. They've got Knoxville on the road later on this week. That'll be on Friday. And then next Monday they take on United. Next Tuesday they take on Stark County here, which we'll have that game for you here on TSSR Game Time Live. And then it'll be the final game of the regular season against Anawan coming up on Friday of next week. So that should be a whole lot of fun as the season winding down here in boys basketball. The girls season winding down as well. We'll have the girls season finale tomorrow. We'll talk more about that later on, as then they've got to turn their attention to the postseason, as they will have Princeville in the regionals coming up on Saturday, and that one will be right here at A-Town High School. We'll have that one for you here on TSSR. That game gets underway at 3 o'clock. Again, that's the girls regional. The play-in game, winner of that game will take on West Central in the regional. Is that the regional semifinal? I'd have to look that one up. I think it is the regional semifinal, so that'll be a fun game, as the A-Town Tornadoes turning their attention to the postseason. Although, again, they do have one more game coming up tomorrow, which we'll have for you here on TSSR. One more home game. And then, don't they have one more game, the girls, before the end of the season? I don't think so. Tomorrow they play Anawan. That'll be a good ranked matchup between 2 very, very talented ball clubs here in the state of Illinois. So I'm excited for that one tomorrow on the girls' side. I'm excited for this one. Boys basketball about to get underway here on TSSR. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have senior night festivities, the senior night basketball game about to get underway here at A-Town. We'll have that for you next on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we get ready for the senior night ball game. Already had our JV game earlier this evening. We had senior day festivities a little bit earlier as well. That's why we got the earlier start here for the varsity game. By the way, apologies on the description. If you were clicking on the varsity game earlier, the varsity game, according to YouTube, was scheduled to start at 6. That was not the case. That's just in girls basketball because I happened to look down and see that, kudos to my boss who does a lot of great work for us here, had the days mixed up. He had this as girls basketball when it's actually boys basketball here tonight. He had the girls games, and the girls do things a little bit differently as they're trying to protect their players. They're doing varsity first. So that's why tomorrow night's game will start at 6 o'clock, the varsity game for the A-Town girls against Anawan, which is going to be an awesome basketball game. I can't wait for that one. But keep that in mind tomorrow. If you're wanting to watch that here on TSSR, we'll start with varsity tomorrow and go to JV after that, whereas tonight it was JV first, and then we went to the varsity game. They've got National Anthem coming up. We will step aside real quick and be back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as we get ready for our senior night broadcast here from A-Town High School. Still got one more home game as the season will wind down next week for A-Town here on TSSR. That'll be against Stark County next Tuesday. But they are doing the senior night festivities here tonight, and a big crowd is on hand, as you can see on the far side of the screen. A lot of people in attendance wanting to send their seniors off on a good note against West Central here this evening. West Central again coming in at 1-25 here this season. Tough year for them. A-Town, it's kind of been an up and down season for them. They come in ranked, sitting at 13-13, excuse me. But They're looking to get stronger going into the postseason. Doesn't matter how you start the season. It matters how you finish. And then going into the postseason, obviously you want to be playing some good basketball, which right now, A-Town's been doing that. They are sitting 3 in their last 4. They've won. A lot of them have been road games. Good to finally be back here, though, at A-Town High School, broadcasting some boys basketball for you here on TSSR. Very sad that the season is coming to an end. Girls basketball coming to an end tomorrow. We'll talk more about that as we move along, but starting lineups being announced. And West Central, their starting lineup. Number 1, Alex McGraw, the first out onto the floor. Number 10, Hayden Eisnicker, whose name I completely botched in my spelling of. Number 23, Isaiah Steffson. Number 22, Peyton Woodbury. So I got Peyton Woodbury. Number 22, Isaiah Steffson comes in. And then number 34, that is Kyle Layferry. A-Town Tornadoes probably going to see a lot of seniors make their way out there. Kellen Hook out there, the first senior. Number 5, Carter Redfern, also out there. Another senior, as I just mentioned. Senior number 13, Drew Fouch in the starting lineup as well. Those 3 I would have had correct. Dre Anderson likely not getting the start because of it being senior night. Weston Marler out there getting the start, number 21. And then Asa Stiegel coming in as well, number 24, which Asa, just for future reference, Asa, get a stronger pen or a pencil. It's just, he gave me, when they gave me the senior day roster and stuff that he's doing after high school and the stuff that he did in high school, his I can barely read. It was a very light pen, so I had to get the reading glasses out for that. I'm kidding, of course, Asa. Been fun covering you all season long here. Let's play some basketball here. A-Town in their home whites. West Central in the road reds here this evening with white numbers and a little bit of white and blue trim. Tip-off, won by West Central, moving right to left. Let's play some basketball here. 8 minutes on the clock, right wing. It is, oh boy, I'm going to have to scroll up and down here. Alex McCraw with it. Now it goes right side to Layferry. Layferry, a whistle and a 5-second call. Not the ideal start here for West Central, as they turn it over on their opening possession. 7:41 to go here in the first. Senior night's underway here at A-Town High School. As Fouch gets it to Redfern. Free throw line goes to Marler. Now up to Redfern. Carter Redfern had a huge day. One of the big days against Galva back on January 16th. As that one's tipped out of bounds off the hands of West Central. Carter Redfern had 10 points, one of 3 tornadoes in double figures against the Wildcats. That was a long time ago. A lot's happened between now and then. Backing down Asa Stiegel, a little turnaround shot. That one goes up and in. And the first to score on senior night is Asa Stiegel. And it's 2-0 A-Town as we approach 1 minute. And Stiegel comes away with the basketball, no good. Offensive rebound, cleaned up and put back up and in by Carter Redfern. So 2 quick baskets. Kind of that full court press that we saw in the JV game, kind of carrying over to the varsity game. And it leads to a quick bucket. First foul on West Central, a bump, or excuse me, that'll be on A-Town. My apologies. 6:53 to go here in the first. 4-0 is the score to start things off. Layferry gets it now to McGraw. Nice pass to Steffson, and that is tipped out of bounds off the hands of A-Town. Great head of hair on Isaiah Steffson, number 23 for A-Town. It's like I'm looking down and looking at Trevor Lawrence. There's a right wing 3. That one didn't hit the rim. Peyton Woodbury with that shot. Here they come the other way. A-Town with it up top. Goes to Kellen Hook. Hook had a massive day against Galva. 22 points. I think 6 from the 3, which is a school record, if my memory serves me right. Into the corner it goes. Redfern drives. Little mid-range floater. That's no good. Offensive rebound, Stiegel. Stiegel going to put it back up. No good, but a foul. And Asa Stiegel will go to the line and shoot free throws. And the foul will be on Peyton Woodbury. His first. Team's first. As Stiegel's first free throw rattles around and goes in. 3 points early for Asa on senior night. Again, these boys do have one more home game, but they choose to do the senior night festivities tonight as the second free throw is up and good. Stiegel with 4. The lead 6-0 start here for A-Town against West Central. In the corner, there's a 3 for Lay Ferry. That one's no good. Rebound comes out. Offensive rebound by Eisnicker, but the ball's tipped around and eventually won by A-Town. Kellen Hook kicks it to Redfern, right side. Drives. Nice pass to Stiegel, cutting to the basket. A lot of contact, no call. West Central will come away. 3-on-1 the other way. A nice pass. Eisnicker lays that one up and in. West Central on the board as they move that one quickly in transition. It's 6-2. 5.5 to go here in the first. Redfern gets it to Fouch. Right side back to Redfern. Into the corner it goes. Nice pass. Kellen Hook cuts, but he's quickly shut off. There's Marler. Now back to Stiegel. A little turnaround. There's Kellen Hook. Corner 3 on the way. That one didn't hit the rim. Goes out of bounds off the hands of Drew Fouch. Good to have everybody along. Feel free to get into the comments. We would love to hear from you here, especially on senior nights. Send your shout out to whichever senior you may be cheering for or whatever the case may be. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We love to hear from you. A couple of back-to-back turnovers. That one goes off the kneecap of Drew Fouch. And Kyle McVeigh, one of the other seniors, making his way out onto the floor for the A-Town Tornadoes. There's a right wing 3 off the inbounds pass. That one nearly banked in by Lay Ferry. Rebound goes to McVeigh. So fresh into the game, he gets a rebound. Here's Kellen Hook. Getting it right side now to Weston Marler. Marler, going to be a future Marine. Plans on joining the Marine Corps. How about that? Exciting to see. Man stepping up for his country in his future days, post high school. Pass goes up top into the corner, now to Kellen Hook. In case you missed the senior night festivities and the read of everything these seniors are going to be doing post high school, we did it at the beginning of the stream, so you can go back and watch that if you get the chance. It's a good thing about YouTube. You can go back to somewhere earlier in the stream. A nice play by Weston Marler coming back. That's the kind of hard work and effort goes into being a Marine, so you like to see that. 3:50 to go here in the first. Into the corner, Kellen Hook now passes it inside to Fouch. Nice pass back, Asa Stiegel cutting to the basket, missed the layup. Rebound comes out to West Central. But yeah, you can back up the stream, and once you hear what the fellas are doing post high school, you can click the live button and be right back where you are, or go back to where you were, whatever the case may be. Little hook shot, that one's no good. Kellen Hook comes away with a rebound. 3:20 to go. Here's Weston Marler coming the other way, one-on-one. Marler lays it up, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Kyle McVeigh. McVeigh is fouled with 3:13 to go here in the first. And a student section giving a good applause to Kyle McVeigh. Kyle hasn't played a ton this season. Kind of came in during the blowouts throughout the year. Dre Anderson getting set to check back into the ball game. Or check in for the first time, I should say. Also, Jacob Hall going to check in. Kyle McVeigh, though, will stay in. He'll inbound the basketball here. Nice pass inside Weston Marlar. He's triple teamed, however. Kicks it back out to Dre Anderson. Now to Redfern. Kyle McVeigh crossing over. Kicks it out. Dre Anderson, free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Might have walked with it. Got away with it. Under 3 minutes. Into the corner. Anderson drives. A whistle and a foul is called. That'll be on West Central, their third. That'll be on number 24, Antonio Martinez, who's fresh into the ball game for West Central. Into the game and picks up his first foul. Not the ideal start. There's a left-handed shot. That one's no good by Redfern. Rebound comes out to West Central. Kind of a slow start offensively here for both sides after a quick start, a 6-0 start for A-Town. West Central's held them as Martinez gets inside and lays that one up and in. Antonio Martinez makes it a 2-point ball game. 2:23 to go here in the first. Anderson gets it to McVeigh left side. Now to Marlar. Marlar kicks it to Hall. Back to Redfern, free throw line, kicks it. Dre Anderson inside to Jacob Hall, backing down, turns around, kicks it. Anderson, top of the key. There's a wide open three. That one no good. Rebound, offensive rebound goes to Jacob Hall. And the Tornadoes will reset with under 2 minutes to go. Marlar drives to the lane, lays it up, no good, but a foul is called. And Weston Marlar will go to the line and shoot some free throws. 1:53 left here as another foul picked up by Antonio Martinez, his second. That is the team's fourth. I had 4 on the scoreboard. One of my buttons double tapped earlier in the game. First free throw's up and good for Weston Marlar. That makes it 7-4. So Weston Marlar gets on the score sheet. Asa Stiegel will check in. Also, I think there was another substitution if I'm not mistaken. Nope, that was the only one. Number 33, that is Caleb Thompson in for West Central. That was the other substitution I heard. Second free throw is up and good, 8-4. 1:53 to go here in the first. In the right corner, it's McGraw. Now Eisnicker gets it to Woodbury. Woodbury's shot's up no good. Rebound comes out to Jacob Hall. Carter Redfern, free throw line. Drives a left-handed layup. He gets that one to go. Carter Redfern with his second basket here on senior night. And the lead is up to 6. Time for the biggest lead. And that is taken away. A whistle and a foul call on West Central. And that'll be their 5th. That should send A-Town to the free throw line. Yeah, they're going to stop play here. One of the officials caught on. And it'll be free throws the rest of the way for A-Town, as that's the 5th foul on West Central. Even near the end of the year, some of the officials still struggling with that new rule. Asa Stiegel already with 4 points here in the ball game. First free throw on the way. That one hit the front of the rim, no good. 1:20 to go here in quarter number 1. A-Town leading West Central 10-4. Second free throw hits the front of the rim, but somehow goes in. Now to make it 11-4. McGraw kicks it inside. Eisnicker off the hands of his teammate Caleb Thompson. That one goes out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover. And the biggest lead of the ball game here for A-Town. They look to extend on it. 7-point lead as it goes to Hall. Now right side to Redfern. Backing down, gets inside, puts it up no good. Nice rebound by Jacob Hall. Kicks it to Anderson in the corner. Redfern kicks it to Hall. 45 seconds to go here in the first. Asa Stiegel nearly stripped. A nice play there by Woodbury. A-Town will reset, 35 seconds to go. Kicks it to Anderson, left side. Stiegel backs down, kicks it to Redfern. Thought about shooting, drives, little left-handed floater. That one's no good. Offensive rebound gets it to Redfern. Into the corner, there's a three on the way. That's no good. Rebound, skying for the rebound is Isaiah Steffson. Here comes West Central the other way. 10 seconds to go. Shot up, no good, but a foul. And that'll bring Alex McGraw to the free throw line. He is scoreless here in the ball game, but he will have the chance to change that as A-Town picks up just their second foul here in this quarter. 9.8 seconds to go here in quarter number one as the first free throw for Alex McGraw up and good. 11-5 our score. Season winding down. Senior night here tonight. Good crowd on hand. One more home game for the A-Town boys. That one rattles home. One more home game for the A-Town girls. That's tomorrow. We'll talk about that as we move along in our broadcast. Asa Stiegel quickly with 5 seconds to go. Puts a shot up, no good. It's blocked. So it's out of bounds off of West Central and 3.6 seconds to go. A-Town will have a chance to set up an inbounds play. Both free throws were good, by the way, for West Central. I had that. Inbounds play goes to Stiegel. They lose the handle. Alex McGraw from midcourt at the buzzer. That one too strong. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. What a first quarter. A-Town led by as much as 7. That lead is down to 5. We'll see if West Central can come back or if A-Town will flex their muscles even more. Here on senior night, the A-Town Tornadoes lead 11-6. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Start of our second quarter about to get underway. The A-Town Tornadoes on senior night, leading the West Central Heat 11-6. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening. Good to be with you guys. Feel free to get into our comment section. We love hearing from you. Been a little quiet here in the comment section so far, but if you want to leave a comment on what you're watching, some reaction, or send a shout out to those seniors, whatever the case may be. You don't know. They may turn around and watch this game. A little turnaround shot by Redfern, no good. What a day for Jacob Hall. Gets the offensive rebound. Still is unable to get that one to go, however. And the rebound comes out to West Central. So it's West Central on the possession arrow. Since A-Town got the opening possession, that one's tipped out of bounds. Head coach Corey Link arguing that it was tipped out off of West Central, however. He will not win that argument against the official. 7:35 to go, and a whistle and a turnover. Well, maybe ball doesn't lie. Maybe Coach Link was right. Dre Anderson with it as they move left to right. Dre Anderson still rocking those wonderful pink shoes as he has all season long. Gets inside, a bump and a foul goes to a foul on Kellen Hook. That foul will be on Alex McGraw. That is his second, team's first here in the quarter for West Central. West Central 1-25 coming into this one. Tough year for them. A-Town back and forth season. There's that's Kellen Hook, an open three. That one goes. The first three of the ball game for Kellen Hook. He had seven threes the last time we were here? That one intercepted one of the last times we were here. There's Carter Redfern, and then he's able to lay it up and in. Carter Redfern, a big basket, and the A-Town Tornadoes are threatening to run away with it. a quick timeout, a 10-point lead. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call this evening. Second quarter of action, a quick run, a 5-0 burst out of the first quarter intermission. A 5-0 start for A-Town, a quick timeout for West Central, wanting to stop the bleeding a little bit here as we get ready to start this possession. 7:03 left here in the second. West Central trailing by their biggest margin so far. They trail by 10. And that one is tipped and stolen away. It's 2-on-2 the other way. Here comes A-Town. Hall, a nice pass. Kellen Hook lays it up, no good. Fight for the rebound goes to West Central. And here they come. West Central moving quickly in transition. There's Eisnicker, and he's called for the travel. Thought he was going to get a foul call, but not to be. A bump causes a travel. A-Town with it, trailing by 10, or ahead by 10, I should say. Words are hard. There's a 2 on the way. That one's up and good. They're going to say a 3. Carter Redfern getting that one to go. He's up to 9 points here on Senior Day, and the lead is up to 13 for A-Town. Redfern tried to save it from going out of bounds. Unlucky. He stepped on the line. So it'll be Heat basketball. The inbounds pass goes out of bounds. It should be West Central basketball. It was tipped out of bounds. So 9 points for Carter Redfern here on Senior Day. Asa Stiegel with 5, one of the other seniors. Senior Kellen Hook with 2 points. There's a steal. Asa Stiegel, that one laid up and in. Asa Stiegel adding to his total on Senior Day. It's 21-6. A little more three-quarter court pressure coming from A-Town. Definitely flustering West Central so far. That one, a nice play. Getting inside, it's Isaiah Steffson able to lay that one up and in. And they're finally able to stop a 10-0 run. It's 21-8. Whistling a foul called on West Central. That'll be on number 10, Hayden Eisnicker. That is his first, the team's second in the quarter. 5:33 to go here in quarter number 2. Kellen Hook inbounding the basketball, gets it to Fouch. Nice pass back to Hook, cutting to the basket. Oh, what an inbounds play. A layup up and good for Kellen Hook. That was perfect execution on that inbounds pass. It's 23-8. Woodbury tried to kid it cross court. It's tipped and stolen away. 2-on-2 the other way. Drew Fouch all the way to the basket. He lays it up and in. Drew Fouch onto the score sheet here on Senior Day. Timeout is called by West Central. 25-8. What a start to the second quarter this has been. A-Town leads. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll take 15 right after this on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening as the A-Town Tornadoes, they are just pouring it on here. A dominant start to this second quarter. They led 11-6 after the first quarter. Kind of a quiet first quarter for them, but they have turned it on. They have scored 14 points already here in the quarter. And there's another steal. Asa Stiegel comes away with it. A pass goes to Redfern, but a foul called. 5:01 to go here in quarter number 2. So that foul on number 34 for West Central. That's Kyle Layferry. Couple players checking in. Weston Marlar back into the ball game. Up top, Kellen Hook on the inbounds play. Not going to have as smooth a play. Nice pass, though, to Drew Fouch, as Drew Fouch is fouled. And Fouch will go to the line. So of the 5 seniors that got the start, all of them have scored here on senior day. So that is mission accomplished, I think. As the first free throw's up and good, Fouch up to 3. The only senior that has not scored yet is Kyle McVeigh. We'll see if he gets more playing time as this one goes along. He got the start. Haven't really seen him after he was subbed out mid-first quarter. First free throw was good. Second one, no good by Fouch. That makes it 26-8. Driving. Here's Eisnicker laying it up and in and one. They're going to call a block. Hayden Eisnicker gets that one to go. Nice play as West Central trying to cut into this deficit. Certainly a good way to start as Hayden Eisnicker getting that one to go. West Central, by the way, is up to 4 fouls already here in the quarter. A-Town just picked up their first. That's Asa Stiegel picking up his second of the ball game. Eisnicker gets the and one, so he's up to 5 points to lead the way for the Heat. Antonio Martinez will check in now for West Central, excuse me. Almost said A-Town. Kyle Layferry will check in as well for the Heat. 4:41 to go here first half. It's 26-11. Good senior day crowd on hand here at Abingdon. Asa Stiegel, the intended target, but not the best of passes in the world, so it's stolen away. West Central has it. Layferry kicks it up top. There's the top of the key 3 on the way. That one goes for Peyton Woodbury. And Woodbury cuts into that lead a little bit more. It's 26-14. 4:10 to go here in the second. Kellen Hook gets it right side. Weston Marlar. Marlar, nice pass inside to Fouch. Cutting to the basket. Asa Stiegel missed the layup. A lot of contact, no call there. Bodies flying everywhere. Kellen Hook comes away with it. He is grabbed and fouled. Camera girl says this ain't football. It's the closest thing to it, though. Another foul on West Central. That's their 5th. And that should send A-Town to the foul line. As, again, the officials struggle with the 5 fouls in a quarter rule. Still a new thing for everybody. It was a new rule introduced by the NFHS earlier this season. I've talked about it all season long. I'm not a fan. Yeah, the cheerleaders are bringing in pizza. I wonder who that's for. First free throw is up and good. Now I'm going to be distracted by that. Maybe they bring some up here to the Crow's Nest. That would be great. 27-14, 3:55 to go here. Second free throw is up and good. Kellen Hook with 7 points. 28-14. Feels like a football game here. The amount of contact that we saw in that last possession, you could argue it was a football game. Kyle Layferry kicks it right side to Steffson. Steffson tries to split a double team. Might have gotten away with a walk. Either way, it's a turnover for West Central. 3:35 to go here in the second. A-Town with the basketball moving left to right on your screen here this evening. Good to have everybody along. Again, feel free to get into those comments if you got a message for any of our seniors here tonight. I'm sure they would love to hear from you if they do go back and watch this broadcast. I don't know if they do or not.
They do. The girls do it.
They say the girls do it, so maybe the boys do. Nice play. Asa Stiegel lays that one up and in. The girls might be mad at me then after that last ball game I did. We were a little hard on them in that one, me and Coach. Been a great year for the girls, though. A bump and a foul. tough one for them tomorrow. They've got their hands full against Anawan. Anawan comes in, I don't know what they're ranked. Number 7, I think. Anawan comes in ranked number 7 in the state. A-Town dropped a few spots after that weird game last week. I'm trying to think who that was against. I'll have to pull that up here as we move along, but it was a weird week last week for A-Town. 30-14, top of the key. There's a 3 on the way. That one's no good. And A-Town comes away with it the other way. Right side, Marler. Weston Marler kicks it up top. Nice pass inside to Drew. Fouch lays it up, no good, but a foul. It was last week's game for the A-Town girls against Knoxville. I'm not going to lie, that was an uncomfortable spot, I think, for both Coach and me. It was a win for A-Town, nonetheless. But, man, the amount of talent that is on the A-Town girls, you know they could have played a lot better than that. Coach wasn't too happy despite the win, but we got through that interview. They eventually went and lost to, then ended up losing to Deer Creek Mackinac. Tough game for them. Number 4 team in Class 2A. Fouch goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So A-Town did drop a couple of spots in the polls, according to Max Preps. They're down to number 17, but still a ranked matchup nonetheless. Number 6, I think. Anawan coming to town tomorrow night for girls basketball. Should be a good one. Make sure you join us. Driving, Weston Marler, as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And then the girls will turn their attention to the regional, which they will host a regional game here against Princeville on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, which you can watch that one here on TSSR. I will be in for that one. Looking forward to some playoff basketball here at A-Town. And then the boys will wrap up their season next week against Stark County. And I think they wrap up the regular season against Anawan as well, but that's next week, as a double dribble is called on West Central, so a turnover. 17-point lead. Anawan 6, A-Town is 17 in girls basketball. So that'll be fun tomorrow night. I'm excited.
You're always excited.
I am excited. I'm always excited. I love basketball. Drew Fouch drives to the basket, misses the layup. Dribbling it off his foot was Kyle Layferry. Lucky that's not an over and back call. I think you could have made the argument there. As a jumper, that one no good by Woodbury. And the rebound comes out to A-Town. Here's Jacob Hall moving in transition. Hall misses the layup, and the rebound goes to West Central. 17-point lead as that one's tipped and stolen away. Another steal. Boy, A-Town has just been getting a ton of steals here tonight, as they are swiping at the basketball and being very successful in doing so. Carter Redfern drives inside and lays it up and in. Carter Redfern adds to his team lead. He's got 11 points, double figures here in the first half. It's 33-14, under a minute to go. 45 seconds to go, as a matter of fact. Layferry, a right wing 3 on the way. That one nearly banked in. Rebound comes out, Jacob Hall. Here comes Hall, 2-on-1 the other way. He's going to take it all the way to the rack and miss the layup. However, he was fouled. Could have kicked that one into the corner there and maybe got a look. Didn't see who that was. Kellen Hook in the corner. That was his spot. But Jacob Hall nonetheless going to go to the free throw line for 2. That foul on West Central was on number 22. That's Peyton Woodbury. That's his 3rd. Hall makes the first. That makes it a 20-point lead here in the first half for A-Town. 37.6 seconds to go. Hall gets the second one to go. So he's 2 for 2 from the line. And that makes it 35-14. Alex McGraw will inbound the basketball. I haven't seen McGraw much here today. He's got 2 early fouls, so that might be a good reason why. West Central really dealing with foul trouble here in this one, as it goes right side. Isaiah Steffson kicks it into the corner. Shot, that's a wild shot. That one no good by Antonio Martinez. Weston Marler comes away with it, and a foul is called. It'll be Caleb Thompson picking up the foul, I believe. Oh, that's number 23. I heard 33. Isaiah Steffson picks up the foul, his second. So Weston Marler back to the free throw line. He's got 2 points here on senior night. First free throw for Marler is no good. 35-14, 19.7 seconds to go. A number of things as the second free throw is up and good. 15 seconds to go here, first half. Here's Isaiah Steffson. Kicks it left side, gets it to Xander Anderson. He's into the game due to all the foul trouble for West Central. 5 seconds. McGraw got to move quickly. Steffson with 2 seconds puts the shot up. That's no good. And that will end our first half. What a dominant second quarter, kind of similar to what we saw in the JV game, where a strong second quarter gets a big lead for the A-Town Tornadoes. They lead by 21 as we go to the break. And it is a longer break, halftime, because they're bringing out cakes. It's a cake auction here on senior night.
Are you recording this, or can I go wash my knee?
You can go wash your knee, so go right ahead here. Our camera girl wondering if she can go wash her knee. I don't know what she did. She must have scuffed it up a little bit. I don't know what she's doing in between times. But that being said, 35-14 is our score. We've got 20 minutes of halftime ahead of us. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the numbers and really take a look at that schedule. I've talked about the schedule on and off throughout the day here, but we will take a look at the upcoming schedule for the A-Town Tornadoes as the season about to wrap up. It's senior night here at A-Town as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. I was going to do a longer break, but then I realized right as we went to break, the three performers out there are your three seniors in the cheerleading side. It's Alex Heffler, J.C. Squire, and Reese Stenger. So those are your three seniors as cheerleaders, and they're doing a little senior night performance here for you, so I decided to come back a little early. We'll take another break. We got a long way to go here during this halftime. Extended halftime because of senior night festivities, a cake auction as the seniors wrapping up their performance. I tried to talk over it, so hopefully we don't get demonetized. We'll see. We shall see, but yeah, an excellent performance nonetheless from those three. And here come the cakes. Oh, goodness. There's cupcakes I see, regular cakes. There's a pie, I think. It's just a bakery auction. Oh, sign me up, man. It all looks delicious. Here, let me turn the camera here. Our camera girl stepped away here. I'm going to turn this just a wee bit so you can see some of the goodies there. But they are auctioning off those works of art. I'm excited for that. All right, I got to make sure I don't raise my hand because I am broke. So our score at the half, the A-Town Tornadoes lead the West Central Heat 35-14. Here on senior night, a lot still going on here. As we move through the evening, we talked about the seniors in the pregame show. Very exciting night for them, and as I take a look at the scoring breakdown here in the first half, all the seniors except one have gotten points here tonight. And with the margin being as high as it is, I imagine Kyle McVeigh might be getting some chances to get some points as well. Because Kellen Hook, Carter Redfern, Drew Fouch, Weston Marler, and Asa Stiegel There are the other 5 seniors in this basketball lineup, and they have all scored. Carter Redfern leading the way in scoring. He's got 11 points here on senior night. 9 points for Aces Stiegel. 7 points for Kellen Hook. Let's see here. It's 4 points for Drew Fouch. Jacob Hall Weston Marler, also a senior, getting some playing time, and he's got 2 points. Did see him go 0 for 2 at the line there near the end of the first half. So maybe we'll see Weston Marler add to his senior night total. Jacob Hall, the only non-senior to score here this evening, and he has 2 points for the A-Town Tornadoes. That's 35 for the Tornadoes, just 14 for West Central. Their leading scorer is Hayden Eisnicker. He has 5 points. Peyton Woodbury with 3. 2 points for Isaiah Steffson, and Antonio Martinez with 2 points as well. We'll turn it to the center court right there so you can see the auctioneer doing his work. Don't know who the auctioneer is here this evening. They gave me a bunch of names, but they didn't give me the cake auctioneer name, so he's doing an excellent job. Let's take another break. Since I got my halftime break cut short, we've got a lot more breaks to take here because we've got a long halftime ahead of us. But we are going to take a break since we've broken down the scoring numbers. When we come back, we'll take a look at the rest of the season schedule for the A-Town boys. And then later on in halftime, we will also talk about the upcoming schedule for the A-Town girls because they're turning their attention towards the playoffs, which start Saturday. And we'll talk about that as we move along in halftime. Once again, our score 35-14, A-Town with the lead. More halftime after this on senior night as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards, or like circles, or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. We are at the half on senior night as the cake auction still going on as we speak. They've got a lot more cakes to get through here, so hopefully we can get this done and get some basketball back underway here before too terribly long. But these cakes are going rather quick, which is kind of surprising because I thought some of these totals would be a little bit higher, especially for what I'm looking at. Oh, there's some good-looking cupcakes. There's a pie down there. It's more than just cake, but they said cake auction. But there's a couple pies down there, some cupcakes, all sorts of goodies. There was a couple dozen cookies that were also auctioned off here a little while ago. Good stuff. And, of course, it's going all to a good cause. Don't know what the cause is for, but it is being raised for a good cause, I would assume, here at A-Town High School. Halftime, our score, 35-14. The A-Town Tornadoes leading the West Central Heat. A-Town coming into this one 13-13 on the season, while West Central, tough year for them, 1-25, and they are struggling here today. We'll see if things can change during the halftime, and maybe they can make this a ball game here with 2 more quarters of basketball ahead of them. The A-Town Tornadoes about to wrap up their season. They've got about a week and a half left in the 2023-2024 regular season, as they will turn their attention towards playoff time here before too terribly long. I've got audio playing on my phone here, so I'm going to stop that. There we go. I pulled up the schedule. It started playing audio. So this one here against West Central, and then coming up later on this week, the A-Town Tornadoes hit the road once again. Kind of a commonplace for them here recently, although they haven't played a ton of games between the last time we were here and today's date. So anyway, with that being said, the A-Town Tornadoes, they have a lot of road games to wrap up the regular season. They will take on Knoxville coming up on Friday. Then Monday, they hit the road again, going over to Monmouth to take on United. Back here on Tuesday of next week, it'll be our final boys broadcast of the regular season, as they will take on Stark County. Looking forward to that one. And then the season will wrap up against Anawan coming up next Friday on the road. So just one more game here on TSSR Game Time Live for the A-Town Tornado boys, and that will be next Tuesday against Stark County. So looking forward to that. See if the A-Town Tornadoes can finish strong. If they're able to hold on in this one, they will move above 500, which will be the first time that they have been above 500 in quite some time. Let me take a look. They were at 500 right around Thanksgiving time. They lost 4 in a row. Got to 1 game below 500 just before Christmas, and then lost. So that's 2. They were back to 500 going into the new year, but then lost a couple of games to wrap up the holiday tournament. And then it's kind of been a slow grind getting back to 500 and then back and forth, but then winning 3 of their last 4. Beat Galva back on January 29th. That's not it, right? They beat Galva back on. They played Galva twice. So they beat Galva on January 29th, lost to Anawan in a tough one, 48-39. Then beat Rova and Stark County. Again, they've got Stark County next week. It's kind of a rematch there. So they've won 3 of their last 4, and if they were to win tonight, they will go above 500, which, if my math is correct, it'd be the first time all season they've been above 500. So that would be certainly a good feeling. And then you've got some tough road games, again, against Knoxville next Friday, this coming Friday, Monmouth, the Red Storm, the United Red Storm, coming up on Monday, Stark County on Tuesday, and Anawan on the road to wrap up the season next Friday. For the girls, their attention will quickly turn to the postseason. I know they've got their hands full tomorrow against Anawan, which is going to be an awesome matchup. Make sure you watch that one, folks, here on TSSR Game Time Live. We will have that broadcast for you. And since it is a girls' game, they will start at 6 o'clock because the varsity is first, then they go to the JV. So do keep that in mind. Tomorrow, the varsity game against Anawan, the ranked matchup. Number 6 Anawan comes into town and takes on number 17 A-Town. We will have the varsity game at 6 o'clock, and then the JV game will follow that. It's a modified JV, shorter quarters, so just keep that in mind for tomorrow night's broadcast time. So with that in mind, the A-Town Tornadoes, that is their last game of the regular season. It's tomorrow against Anawan, and then they will turn their attention to Saturday, where they will take on Princeville as the regional matchups have been announced. It's a play-in game. A-Town getting the 6. They will host the 7-seed Princeville. The winner of that game will take on West Central. And if A-Town is able to win on Saturday, it'll be a rematch against West Central, which it was a close game, but a girl on West Central went off for 38 points and was able to carry the Heat to a big win. So that'll be a fun matchup, potentially, if we get that rematch in the regional. I believe that's the regional semifinal, if my memory serves me right. Let me take a look here, make sure I'm not wrong. But we're looking forward to some big basketball here at A-Town here. We've got that one coming up on Saturday. Princeville and A-Town. 3 o'clock is when that one gets underway. 3 o'clock, probably do the pregame show about 5 minutes early. We'll obviously have a lot to talk about. But A-Town, the girls, 22-7 coming in to tomorrow night's game against Anawan. So they'll either be 23-7 or they'll be 22-8. Either way, then they'll have their sights set on the playoffs, which get underway on Saturday at 3 o'clock, and we will have the broadcast for you here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. So that's a look at the upcoming schedule for both the boys and the girls for the A-Town Tornadoes. Boys still got about a week and a half left. The girls, one more game tomorrow here on TSSR, and then Saturday we'll have the regional quarterfinal here at 3 o'clock on Saturday. I'm excited for that. We're going to take another break. They're wrapping up the cake auction, and we will take a break, and when we come back, we will hopefully have basketball for you as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are still in the middle of the cake auction here on senior night. The senior night festivities. Cake auction. I still got to find out where that money is going for, but we just had a cheesecake? Just got sold for $175, so they are raising some good money here tonight. And there's about a half a dozen left cakes to sell, so we'll see how that goes. 2:50 left on the halftime clock, but the A-Town boys are heading back to the locker room because they know it's going to take a little while before the end of this one. And our score here at half, 35-14, the A-Town Tornadoes with the lead after 2 quarters of basketball. Let's revisit the scoring leaders, since we've had a lot to talk about here during the halftime before we get ready for basketball. The leading scorer is Carter Redfern. He's got 11 first-half points on senior night. Asa Stiegel with 9 points as well. All the seniors, by the way, have scored except Kyle McVeigh. 6 seniors on the A-Town roster, just 1 has not scored yet on senior day, and that is Kyle McVeigh. Hopefully we get the chance to see him score on senior night here in the second half. But Asa Stiegel with 9 first-half points behind Carter Redfern's 11. 7 points for Kellen Hook. 4 points in the game for Drew Fouch. 2 points for Weston Marler. Those are all your seniors. The only non-senior to score is Jacob Hall. He finished with 2 first-half points. And again, hopefully we see Kyle McVeigh get some shots up here in the second half and potentially end his senior night campaign with some points. He did get the start, or no, he came off the bench a little bit there in the first half. Didn't see him much after that, but with the score being so lopsided, maybe we get to see him a little bit more here in the second half, unless West Central maybe brings it a little closer. So we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. We'll be rooting for Kyle McVeigh to get some points here in his senior night as well. For West Central, only 14 points, so not a lot of scoring to talk about, but they did have Hayden Eisnicker with 5 first-half points. 3 points for Peyton Woodbury, 2 points for Alex McGraw, 2 points for Isaiah Steffson, and 2 points for Antonio Martinez. A recap of the scoring breakdown, which we had just a little while ago. We also talked about the schedule of the upcoming season. 3 more road games for A-Town. Actually, is it 4? They've got, let me take a look here again. I just talked about their schedule, and I already forgot. 3 road games left and 1 more home game for the A-Town boys. They will take on Stark County next Tuesday. That'll be our final regular season broadcast for the A-Town boys here on TSSR. Potentially could see them in postseason action. We'll see. We'll see how things play out and where they will get dealt to regional postseason-wise. I think A-Town's hosting a sectional, so they can get through the regional. They would come most likely here for the sectional, so that would be a pretty exciting time. So we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, a long way to go. Still a week and a half in the regular season before we worry about that. For the girls, though, they will have some playoff basketball this weekend for A-Town. They'll wrap up the regular season tomorrow against number 6 in the state, Anawan. That'll be a great matchup here. We'll get that one underway around 6 o'clock, and that'll be the varsity start time, 6 o'clock. They're doing that to wrap up the season. They've done that for a number of games and should know the drill by now, but the A-Town girls, number 17 in the state, will take on number 6, Anawan. These rankings, of course, according to Max Preps, so I'm not sure if that they are the concrete rankings. I think it is, but I could be wrong. But that is what Max Preps has, A-Town and Anawan. That'll be tomorrow night's matchup. The A-Town girls come in 22-7. They will take on Anawan, who is 22-5 on the year. So looking forward to that matchup tomorrow night. 6 o'clock, the varsity game gets underway. Keep that in mind. And then, again, our focus will turn to the postseason for the girls on Saturday. They will take on Princeville in the regional quarterfinal. Winner of that game Saturday afternoon. That one gets underway at 3 o'clock, by the way, so tune in here. We'll have it for you on TSSR Game Time Live. And after that, winner of that game will take on West Central, the number 1 seed in the sectional, which is going to be a lot of fun. West Central, that'll be Monday in Princeville. So if Princeville wins, they get a home game against West Central. That's what they're polling for. If A-Town wins, it's a neutral site game for both. And we're looking forward to potentially seeing a rematch of what was an excellent game in Biggsville not all that long ago, as the A-Town Tornadoes took on Biggsville, West Central, and lost just a few weeks back. But could get their chance at revenge next Monday in Princeville. That one will get underway at 6 o'clock. If A-Town wins Saturday afternoon at 3, take on West Central in Princeville on Monday. So that's a look at the schedule again. My apologies if I sounded repetitive, but I had to fill up time, man. When you're a one-man crew and have basically a 25-minute halftime show, got to find stuff to talk about. So we're going to look at the schedule and just try to remind you guys that our season's coming to an end. We don't have that many broadcasts left here in high school basketball, which is very sad. But it's been a fun ride here, and I'm absolutely blessed to be where I am right now. A big thank you to Dwayne, our boss, letting me get on the mic here and get you through the A-Town Tornadoes home games this season. Also a number of different games I've done throughout the year. Did a couple of games in Bushnell-Prairie City as well. We're back underway here. A-Town starts with the basketball as we start our third quarter. 35-14 again is our score. Kellen Hook gets it left side, back into the corner. There's Weston Marlar. Marlar's played a lot here, obviously it being senior night. Weston Marlar, the future U.S. Marine, also celebrating his 18th birthday today. Driving the baseline, Marlar kicks it. There's Fouch, corner three on the way. That one's no good. Offensive rebound goes to Carter Redfern, left-handed shot. That one's no good. West Central comes away with a rebound. 7:20 to go here in the third. 35-14 our score. Alex McGraw with it. McGraw, little elbow jumper. That one's up and good. His first field goal of the ball game. Alex McGraw gets that one to go, and West Central cuts it under 20 at least. It's 35-16. Kellen Hook at the logo. Nice pass to Marlar. Cutting to the basket. The layup up and good. Weston Marlar made that one look easy. A nice find from Drew Fouch. A-Town back up 21. 6:45 to go here in the third. Into the corner, McGraw goes to the baseline. That's sealed off. Woodbury has it. He's got 3 fouls here. Asa Stiegel also has 3 fouls. Worth noting that. One other player for West Central has 3 fouls. That is off the back rim, no good. That would be their leading scorer, Hayden Eisnicker. Into the corner it goes. Kellen Hook gets it. Weston Marlar. There's right wing 3 on the way. That one no good. Missed the rim. And the rebound comes out to West Central. 37-16. Right side, it is Isaiah Steffson. Gets inside. Puts that one up and in. Somehow, some way, was able to get the shot off. And he lays that one in. Isaiah Steffson gets the bucket. He's up to 4 points on the day. It's 37-18. Fouch to Marlar, right side. Stiegel gets it to Carter Redfern, now into the corner. Kellen Hook drives. Nice pass to Stiegel. That's a 2 for Redfern near the free throw line. That one gets a friendly bounce, and it goes in. Carter Redfern, a team leading 11 first half points. He's got 13 now. It's 39-18. Back and forth we go since starting quarter number 3. Top of the key, there's Alex McGraw. That one no good. Offensive rebound goes to West Central. Eisnicker comes away with it. He gets it to Antonio Martinez. There's Woodbury trying to pass that one inside, but he loses the handle. A bump and a foul called on West Central. 5:10 to go here in the third. And it will be A-Town basketball. First foul of the quarter on West Central. And that'll be on a Peyton Woodbury, and he had just picked up his 4th foul. So a tough day for Peyton Woodbury, as he now has 4 fouls, likely, oh no, he's still out there. Into the corner it goes, Kellen Hook. Top of the key, there's a 3 on the way for Kyle McVeigh! It's up and good! And all the seniors have scored here on Senior Day. Kyle McVeigh fresh into the ball game, a deep 3. And it's 42-18. Woodbury loses the handle. A whistle and a foul is called. They're going to give Woodbury a shooting foul. But how about that? Everyone on Senior Day, all the seniors have scored now. Mission accomplished. Kyle McVeigh with 3. That was a deep 3 as well, but when you're that wide open, you got to give it a shot. First one's up and good by Peyton Woodbury. And that makes it 42-19. 4:42 to go here in the third. More basketball coming up tomorrow. Girls basketball, looking forward to great ranked matchup. A-Town will take on Anawan here in Abingdon. Should be a good one. Hopefully a crowd like this shows up. What a move, Carter Redfern. The spin cycle, no good. Offensive rebound, Drew Fouch lays that one up and in. Carter Redfern kind of getting gypped on that one. What a play. The spin cycle getting an open look. Unable to get the basket, however. Drew Fouch there, though, to clean it up. It's 44-19, 4:10 to go. Shot goes up, and that one goes in, and a foul. It's Antonio Martinez getting the bucket. Boy, a good back and forth here I mean, you look at the scoreboard, it's still a 23-point game. But it has been a lot of fun, at least. 35-14 was our halftime score, so it is a 9-7 quarters already, as that one's no good. The and one free throw, no good. Fouch with the rebound. Here comes Carter Redfern, 3-on-3 the other way. Kyle McVeigh thought about shooting. Now he's going to shoot it inside for two. Oh, the bank is not open, but Drew Fouch there again to clean it up. Lays it in. Fouch with 8 points. And the lead grows to 25. It's 46-21 A-Town. 3:45 to go here in the third. Nice pass to Alex McGraw on the baseline. A whistle, and he stepped on the baseline. And it'll be another turnover for West Central. West Central will have a lot of these players coming back here in 2024, 2025. As I look at their roster, only 3 seniors on the entire roster, so a lot of these guys getting some playing time, which could help them out next year. Maybe rebound from a 1-25 season that they're in the midst of right now. Maybe they can rally around, hey, we don't want to do that again. You never know. Sports are a very weird thing. If you get rallied around behind something, one main objective, you'll be amazed what you can achieve in the sports world. That really goes for anything. There's Carter Redfern, left-handed layup. That one's up and good, and Carter Redfern stays hot here on senior night. That one goes in, and it's 48-21. Into the corner, driving. That one up, no good by Eisnicker. Rebound goes to Fouch. 3 minutes to go here in the third. Hook gets it to Kyle McVeigh. Redfern gets it to McVeigh, right wing. He's going to try it again. That one, oh, it rattled around, no good. Rebound goes to Eisnicker. Oh, that one's tipped and stolen away. Drew Fouch again inside. Puts it up, no good, but a foul. They're going to call that one on the floor. I don't know if I agree with that call, but Antonio Martinez picks up the foul. A ton of fouls as I look at the scoreboard on the right side of the arena. 1 with 4, 2 with 3, and 2 with 2. That's just in the lineup that's out there on the floor for West Central. That's not to mention some of the players who are on the bench dealing with foul trouble. 2:43 to go here in the third, 48-21. How about this, though? Senior day, you got all 6 seniors scoring buckets. Cool thing to see here in A-Town. We'll hopefully talk to A-Town head coach Corey Link after this one is over. I'm sure that makes him happy as well. Antonio Martinez, free throw line, kicks it. Peyton Woodbury, he drives all the way to the basket. A lot of contact, no call. Here's the rebound. A-Town with it. Nice pass to Redfern. 2-on-1 the other way. Misses the layup. Offensive rebound. Marler puts it up. No good, but a foul. What a day for Weston Marler, who, again, it's his 18th birthday today. Going to the U.S. Marine Corps after high school. Wish him the best of luck with that. He's only got 4 points here today, but he has played some really valuable minutes. Playing some good defense. He's got the open looks, and he's been fouled a bunch of times. Just been missing the free throws, unfortunately. Timeout is called. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here this evening. 48-21, a timeout called I believe West Central called the timeout. They haven't taken a timeout away from anybody, but I think it was West Central who called the timeout. So I think they're down to 2, if I'm not mistaken. 2:07 to go here in the third, though. 48-21 is our score. Back to the free throw line. Weston Marlar will have a chance for one more. Good to have everybody along here this evening, as senior night has been a roaring success here in Abingdon. Marlar, second free throw, that one's no good. McVeigh had it, lost the rebound. It goes to Jacob Hall, however. Now Kyle McVeigh's got it again. And Dre Anderson's back out on the floor, under 2 minutes to go. A-Town looking to go above 500 for the first time this season. Losing the handle, Asa Stiegel. And a nice takeaway for West Central, a tie-up. And that'll give it to West Central. So it'll be West Central basketball here. 1:43 to go here in the third. Bringing it up the floor is Isaiah Steffson, rocking that amazing hair. I wish I could grow my hair like that. And a little turnaround shot. That one's no good for Alex McGraw. And the rebound comes out to A-Town. Here they come the other way. Here's Kyle McVeigh in the corner. He's sealed off. And that one tipped back. What a play. Oh, a little over and back now. Dre Anderson managed to save it from going over and back. Jacob Hall just couldn't handle it. Lost the handle. It went into the backcourt. That one off the foot of Weston Marlar, and we'll try it again. The inbounds play. Inbound goes to Steffson. He drives, 2-on-1 the other way, misses the layup. The rebound comes out to A-Town. And Dre Anderson with it as we approach 1 minute to go here in quarter number 3. That one off the fingertips of Stiegel, but it also went off the fingertips of Isaiah Steffson, out of bounds. 1:01 to go here in the third. Right side, Jacob Hall. Hall with 2 points here in the ball game today in limited minutes. Coach Link letting his seniors play quite a few. There's left wing. There's Kyle McVeigh. Nearly banked that one in. Offensive rebound. It goes to Stiegel, who turns around and lays it up and in. Asa Stiegel gets that one to go, and the lead grows to 50-21. A whistle, and I think a travel was called. It is a travel. So it'll be A-Town basketball with 31.7 seconds to go. A-Town outscoring West Central in the second quarter 24-8. That is the big difference here in this ball game. Weston Marlar was open in the corner for a second. There's Kyle McVeigh driving to the baseline, sealed off. Nice play there defensively by Antonio Martinez. It forces the turnover. 15 seconds to go here in the third. 50-21 our score. Steffson drives into the lane. Oh, nice play. Gets open, misses the easy layup, however. 6 seconds to go. Stiegel dribbles it off his foot. Here's Eisnicker coming the other way. 1 second to go, and that one was blocked away, I believe, by A-Town, and that is how the third quarter comes to an end. We go to the fourth. A-Town looking to get above 500. They're 8 minutes away from doing so. 50-21 the lead. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Start of our fourth quarter about to get underway. It is a dominant performance by the A-Town Tornadoes here on senior night. 50-21. The Tornadoes once again dominating another quarter. 50-21. Let me do some quick math here. They outscore West Central in that quarter 15-7. They outscored, I just got to that point right before we went to break. A-Town outscoring West Central in the second quarter 24-8. That's the big difference in this game. It was a 5-point game after one quarter of basketball. But that 24-8 quarter, cutting to the basket, Kyle McVeigh, but that's tipped and stolen away. Isaiah Steffson 2-on-1 the other way. A bump and a foul is called. And they're going to say that is a blocking foul, it looks like. Regardless, it'll be West Central basketball. So the foul is on A-Town, their first here in the quarter. And that foul is on number 13, Drew Fouch. Inbounds pass goes to Woodbury, right wing. He's going to shoot a three off the inbounds pass. It's no good. Kyle McVeigh gets it right side. Kellen Hook, open corner three on the way. He's got another one. Kellen Hook. Actually, that's his first of the ball game, if you can believe that. He's been hitting a lot of them, though, this season. 53-21, A-Town with a big lead. And there's the top of the key. There's Eisnicker, shot no good. Alex McGraw comes away with the offensive rebound. And a nice play by Alex McGraw on the baseline. Thought about passing it, but thought otherwise. Puts that one up and in. It's 53-23, 7:05 to go here in the fourth. Tries to get it inside to Fouch. It's tipped and stolen away. Here's Antonio Martinez. McGraw, left wing, picks up his dribble. Eisnicker, nice pass. Isaiah Steffson driving, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. Turnover. Once again, we've got the running clock. We had that in the JV game earlier this evening. The JV boys winning 47-13. Varsity boys allowing a few more points here tonight, but an equally as impressive performance here on senior night. And all 6 seniors have scored here this evening. .6:15 to go here in the fourth. Woodbury tried to kick it to his teammate Eisnicker on the baseline, but Eisnicker wasn't there. So it's out of bounds. It'll be another turnover. 6:05 running clock. Back at it again tomorrow here at A-Town. Not for the boys, it'll be the girls. Carter Redfern steps back. He's going to shoot a three. That one's no good. Offensive rebound to Kellen Hook. Tried to get it to Asa Stiegel, who was cutting to the basket, but Kellen Hook comes away with it. Kyle McVeigh, right wing. As that one goes off the hands. Oh my goodness, what a save by Carter Redfern. Asa Stiegel, turnaround shot. That one goes in. Oh my goodness, what a play. Carter Redfern saved that from being an over and back. It ended up in Asa Stiegel's hand, and he does a little turning around, falling away shot. That one blocked away by Kellen Hook. And with 5:10 to go, full substitution. Going to get some more subs in. Aiden Stromson will check in. First time today seeing him. Dre Anderson, Jacob Hall into the game. Weston Marler and Kyle McVeigh will stay in. Nice pass inside to Woodbury, who puts up the shot. That one's no good. Nice play there defensively by Aiden Stromson. 55-23. Dre Anderson right side to McVeigh. As McVeigh thought about it, I think he wanted to shoot that. Kind of smiling and kind of frustrated with himself that he didn't take that shot. Anderson, 4.5 minutes to go. Jacob Hall kicks it. Dre Anderson, left wing three on the way. That one's up and good. Dre Anderson onto the scorer's sheet. His first 3 points of the game. And a whistle, and this is a substitution timeout. Get some more guys in. Daniel Reyes checks into the game for the first time. Number 12, Xander Anderson back into the game. Number 5, Kane Bayless. He will check in for the first time here. Maybe that was who it was in the earlier game. Is he? He is. Okay, so that is Kane Bayless. He was number 31 that I could not figure out in the JV game. It's the same haircut and everything. My apologies to Bayless. There's a three on the way for West Central. That one's up no good. That one by Aiden Todd. Rebound comes out. Here's Dre Anderson, 58-23. 3:35 to go here in the fourth. McVeigh kicks it left side to Anderson. Jacob Hall was wide open inside. They didn't see him. McVeigh, right wing three on the way. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Jacob Hall cleans it up and puts it back up and in. Jacob Hall with 4 points here today. He's had a great day rebounding the basketball. I need to talk to Coach Link if I do get the chance to talk to him after the game. I'm going to have to talk to him about Jacob Hall's rebounding. Kyle McVeigh with the steal, going the other way, and he walked with it. And he walked with it. Took 3 steps there. Not in the NBA there, bub. A great effort, though. A nice steal. Just got into his takeoff a little too soon. Kyle McVeigh will check out of the ball game. Alex Fouch will check in for A-Town. 60-23 is our score. I have lost our score bug. My apologies there. Into the corner, there's a three on the way. That one is no good by Kane Bayless. And the offensive rebound for West Central. Out of bounds off of Aiden Stromson. 2:17 to go, running clock. All the seniors are off the floor. Hightower checks into the game. Some of the JV kids getting a chance to play here. Fouch gets it left side to Dre Anderson. There's Aiden Stromson. 1:50 to go. Nice find, Aiden Stromson inside, lays it up and in. Aiden Stromson gets that one to go. And another different tornado to score here in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 different tornadoes have scored here today. We're under a minute and a half here in the fourth. 62-23. Up top, Bayless driving. He might have walked with it. Oh, they're going to call a foul. That is an interesting call. Kane Bayless will go to the free throw line. That foul going to be on A-Town. That's their second. Didn't see who the foul was on here. Number 20, that's Lucas Andrews. Lucas Andrews getting some playing time. A lot of the JV kids in. Colby Hightower, Lucas Andrews, Alex Fouch, Aiden Stromson. Only one out there who's not from the JV team is Jacob Hall. West Central missing both free throws. Here's Colby Hightower, 30 seconds to go. Andrews up top. Andrews gets it to Hightower. We'll see if they get a shot up or if they're going to have this be the final possession of the ball game. Inside, Aiden Stromson, turnaround, puts it up and in. Aiden Stromson, back-to-back plays to him. That is how this one on senior night will come to an end. 2 seconds, they're going to try to get a shot up. West Central will not get the shot up, and that's how the ball game will come to an end. 64-23, A-Town wins on senior night here against West Central. A-Town moves above 500 for the first time all season. While West Central, their tough season continues. They fall to 1-26 on the year. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the final numbers and hope to talk to head coach Corey Link of the A-Town Tornadoes. We'd like to talk to him one final time, potentially. Well, there's one more home game, but we would definitely like to talk to him here on senior night, but we can certainly understand if we're not able to talk to him, but we will see if we can get him up here when we come back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, as we are wrapping things up here on senior night. Final score, the A-Town Tornadoes using senior night to kind of flex their muscles and show what kind of team they can be, especially as we get ready for postseason time. Folks, don't be fooled by their 14-13 record. This is a dangerous team, and the way they've been playing, they just picked up their 4th win in their last 5 games. This team could make some noise come postseason time, and, I'm kind of excited to see where this team can go under the leadership of head coach Corey Link. We'll see if we can get him up here to talk with us before this one comes to an end. But once again, our final score 64-23. The A-Town Tornadoes picking up the win here this evening. Let's take a look at the scoring breakdown, as it was a show for really all the seniors. 6 seniors on the basketball roster, and all 6 of them were on the score sheet. So that is a mission accomplished for Coach Link and really the seniors as a whole. That was awesome to see. Carter Redfern, the senior, leading the way. He had 15 points. Right behind him, Asa Stiegel, he had 13 points. 10 points, so 3 players again in double figures for A-Town. 10 points for Kellen Hook, the senior. 8 points for Drew Fouch, the senior. Weston Marler, 4 points for him. He was a senior. And Kyle McVeigh, 3 points for him, the 6th and final senior to score here this evening. But Kyle McVeigh did hit a 3 in that second half to round out the senior scoring. Jacob Hall, one of the players that's not a senior to score, he had 4 points, 3 points for Dre Anderson, 4 points for Aiden Stromson, and I think that's everybody. Yeah, that is everybody. That is 9 players on the A-Town roster that scored here this evening. What a show they were able to put together here tonight and win here against West Central on senior night. Tough season for West Central. I talked about that a little while ago. They fall to 1-26 on the year. Alex McGraw, their leading scorer, he had 6 points, 5 points for Hayden Eisnicker, 4 points each for Peyton Woodbury, Isaiah Steffson, and Antonio Martinez. And that is the scoring breakdown here for the A-Town. That was the West Central side, but once again, A-Town picking up a 64-23 win. They move to 14-13 on the year, and now they'll hit the road once again. They are no strangers to the road. I tell you, it's been a weird year here for the A-Town Tornadoes. A lot of road games, it seems like, especially late. But they will wrap up the home section of their regular season next Tuesday, where they will take on Stark County. They'll go to Knoxville on Friday. That one gets underway most likely around 7:30. They'll play United coming up on Monday of next week. Then again, Stark County on Tuesday. And they wrap up the regular season against Anawan, similar to what the girls are doing tomorrow, wrapping up the regular season against Anawan. That game tomorrow here on TSSR is going to be a lot of fun. Anawan comes in ranked number 6 according to Max Preps in the state. They will take on A-Town, who comes in ranked number 17. Kind of a tough week last week for A-Town. We had that kind of weird game against Knoxville. It was a win, but it certainly didn't feel like a win against Knoxville, 40-39. And then the following day, tough day, they go take on the number 4 team in the state in Class 2A against Deer Creek Mackinac, DMAC, and it was a kind of a tough day for them. They lose in a blowout fashion. Now the girls will turn their attention to their season finale tomorrow. They did do senior night last Saturday, So unfortunately, we won't have any senior night festivities. There was only one senior on the girls roster, but we will not have any senior night festivities tomorrow night. It will just be game time at 6 o'clock. So make sure you join us. And do remember, that one gets underway tomorrow at 6 because the girls play the varsity games first, and then the JV game, a modified JV game after that, due to lack of bodies really on the A-Town roster. But only one more game that we got to worry about that. Then our attention will turn to the postseason for the girls as they will take on the Princeville Princes coming up on Saturday. A game that was another close game for A-Town here earlier in the year. They won that one, but it was 45-39 against Princeville back on January 24th. So interested in seeing how that one will play out. It's the number 6 versus the number 7 in the Princeville sectional, I believe that is. But the regional quarterfinal will take place here in Abingdon on Saturday at 3 o'clock. A-Town will take on Princeville. The winner of that game will then go to Princeville and will take on West Central, because West Central got the 1 seed, and instead of, I guess they just have to go to Princeville because that's the way the draw ended up. So that's a look at the postseason action, and then I don't know how it all plays out after that. I have it now in front of me. Let's see if I can pull that up here real quick, but it is the winner of that, winner of A-Town Princeville on Saturday. We'll go to Princeville on Monday and play West Central. That one will get underway at 6 o'clock on Monday. And if they win that one, they will go to the regional finals and will play, who knows, whoever comes out of the bottom part of the bracket. So a lot to be determined come postseason time for the A-Town Tornado girls as the postseason starts on Saturday. 3 o'clock, we'll have that one for you here from A-Town High School on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. I'm looking around trying to find Coach Link. I'd like to talk to him, but if we don't get the chance to, I can certainly understand. It is late. It has been a long night. It's been a long broadcast here as well. My voice, I'm surprised it's holding up as long as it has. The A-Town Tornadoes picking up a 64-23 win. And we had a lot going on here tonight. We had the cake auction. We had 6th graders playing basketball at halftime of the JV game. What a night. What a night it's been. And, of course, celebrating all the seniors. Let's go over the seniors here real quick one final time, potentially, before we wrap this up. We want to start with the cheerleaders, 3 of them. It was Alex Heffler, J.C. Squire, and Reese Stenger. Those were your 3 cheerleader seniors this year. Congratulations to them on finishing their high school career, and they've got some big plans going into their college days, potentially, especially actually, now I look at it, all of them. Alex is going to Culver Stockton, JC going to Carl Sandburg, and Reese going to ICC. So, yeah, good luck to all 3 of them in their college days. For the boys basketball team, Drew Fouch, Kellen Hook, Weston Marler, Evan McDorman, who we didn't see on the floor. He was in street clothes here this evening. Evan McDorman, he did not make it on the way out there, but it was good to see him honored here this evening. It was Kyle McVeigh and Carter Redfern. So there you have. Oh, and Asa Stiegel as well. My apologies. I forgot to look down and see Asa Stiegel. So of the 6 seniors that played tonight, all 6 scored. Very exciting stuff. What a night to be here in Abingdon. And if you were here watching the broadcast, we appreciate you watching here on TSSR. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds here. If I don't see Coach come out here in the next few seconds, I think we're going to call it a night here because we'll be right back at it again tomorrow. And maybe I'll catch Coach Link. Maybe we'll get him to come up and chat with us a little bit as we get ready for that ranked matchup. Number 6, Anawan takes on number 17, A-Town. Tomorrow night in girls basketball, 6 o'clock, the JV game. And I cannot stress that enough because the varsity starts first. 6 o'clock tomorrow night here at A-Town High School. We will have the broadcast get underway at about 5:55, and we're looking forward to that one. And with that being said, I saw somebody come out of the locker room, but it was not Coach Link. There's another one. Let's see. Give him just a few more seconds here. I don't think so. There's Kyle McVeigh. making his way out. Some of the seniors making their way out. As I can imagine, there's Drew Fouch, I believe. But probably an emotional scene there in the locker room. And we can certainly understand if Coach not able to make it out here this evening to chat with us. But maybe we'll get him out here before the regular season finale. Again, one more boys basketball game coming up next Tuesday. And we'll have that one for you here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Looks like all the other boys are filing out here, so maybe, just maybe. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get to talk to Coach. That's okay. You know, we'll talk to Coach next Tuesday. Maybe we'll get him up here tomorrow night if he's here in the building for the girls' game. Maybe have him do a little color. Wouldn't that be something? That would be really, really cool. Weston Marler stepping out there, the birthday boy, the senior as well. Turned 18 years old today. Happy birthday to him. And best of luck in the Marine Corps, as that's what he's wanting to do post-high school. So best of luck there. Can't really tell who that is. Big guy. I think that's Aiden Stromson making his way out from the locker room. You guys can't see it because the camera view is not there. But I'm just trying to wait and see if we can get Coach up here, but I don't think that is in the cards here tonight, which we understand. Late night, been a great night here. Senior night wrapping up here at A-Town High School. So, for all the seniors, all the families here tonight in attendance, it was a great night. A whole big, really, really big crowd here tonight to celebrate the seniors. For the seniors, for their families, for my camera girl, and for everyone here at TSSR, thank you so much for joining us. My name's Wyatt Reed, as once again the final score, the A-Town Tornadoes defeat West Central 64-23. A-Town girls back at it tomorrow right here on TSSR. Don't miss that one, getting underway at 6 o'clock against Anawan. Until then, have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.